Hey everybody, Digital Sticks here, and in all fairness, relative to the conversations that have been taking place in comment sections regarding some of my other uh, opinions on VR technology and value, I wanted to highlight real quickly my biggest and most substantial complaint about the index, something that I find really disappointing, uh, even though I recommend it and I'm happy with the index and I don't have anything in view that I want to replace it with. I still, my biggest complaint is the lens quality or the type of lenses. After doing a Gear VR lens mod on the Vive, this became crystal clear. And so I know when I first got it, the God rays were somewhat disturbing, but they're only on splash screens for the most part. It's never been an issue in gameplay. And so otherwise the visuals were greatly enhanced in gameplay and an asset, and so it's never been a deal breaker, but it has been a point of pause, and it has been something I was surprised was not getting more criticism than it was, but it does get discussed, and that's a common experience that people see it, they do take note of it, but they do recognize that it's not affecting them in games, and so that's probably what Valve recognized with it too. But apparently the lens technology is their technology and maybe their contribution to the development of the Vive. And so they went with what they had, and there's probably some very practical considerations for that. So hopefully, maybe because they've done so well with the index and it has such good features and it's such a complete package even still, maybe that will free them up for the next generation to be able to do something about the lenses. Maybe even that's a big benefit for them and why they were involved like they were on the Reverb G2. Because I know even though the Reverb G2 has the same lens technology, the wow factor from mixed reality TV, for example, has been undeniable that he is really impressed with the visual quality, the resolution, and the overall quality of that display. So that sounds like something that suggests that there has been improvements on this little downside to the index. I definitely hope that's the case. And in any case, while we're on that, I finally saw my first mention in any kind of serious context of of an Index 2. And there's one comment, I think it was from Gabe, and it was suggested that a Quest 2 could be coming in 2021. And so when we're getting into VR value and those discussions, longevity of happiness with the purchase, as I rambled off in a previous video, is very important and a very strong indicator of value. And the thing is unlike Oculus, where you could pretty much count on your existing device being done and needing replaced with every generation they've produced, with Steam, we have no reason to think that a full device replacement is going to be necessary to upgrade to a better HMD. And so chances are, if a headset comes out, it's going to be something that somebody could just simply buy just the headset to use with their Index kit if they want to. And maybe there will be some changes to controllers, and it may be a compelling full-on upgrade. But what it's not going to do is take away from the Index experience. And as an original Rift owner and user, and now the Index owner, and as a friend of Vive owners that still use their Vives, I can tell you that if you cross a certain threshold in experience quality, something better is no longer as compelling or the essential as when you haven't yet crossed that threshold. So the trouble with the original Rift is its resolution was too low to clearly read text, and so different games, even though the resolution is lower, the clarity of textures that you can still appreciate is actually quite high. And the thing that really reminds you of the lower resolution consistently on an original Rift is if you have to read text. But the other thing is with PCs and true PC VR headsets, you have the option to enable super sampling, and that adds a lot of clarity above and beyond the on-paper resolution of a display. So with that in mind, just kind of knowing how that felt and what finally compelled an upgrade, the Index kit, there's going to be some enthusiasts that have to have the latest and greatest, and there's a lot of them that are already enthusiastic about the Reverb because it's the latest and greatest visual quality coming out. They're going to be like that, but the fact is this headset is still, for the foreseeable future, going to be a very nice and premium experience across the board. So I think an Index 2 kit probably will come out, but it's going to be a piecemeal and a very much optional upgrade. And it'll probably be to the point that unless you're wanting to sell a full kit separately or have a spare kit or anything like that, simply already having an Index and already enjoying it, you're probably going to have a very affordable option for an upgrade. And it's going to feel just like that. It's going to feel like an optional upgrade. And basically, you're either going to want to do it or you're not. But you're not going to be in this same mindset where you've been left behind like you would be for any other Oculus product. Like the products still work, but like the original Rift owners know that they know that they're on a old headset. Like they know they're on borrowed time, and yet that headset is still a very capable headset. It's a different feel to it. And so, yeah, my biggest complaint is the lens quality of the Index, but that hasn't altered my opinion of it and my opinion of what's the best value in VR. And the whole platform and just the track record of Valve, and the way that they operate with these things lends itself to believe that as far as future-proofing goes, it's very much future-proof on its existing capabilities. And even if Index 2 is less than a year away, the Index kit today is still a great long-term value, and it won't be a total loss just because a new Index comes out. Most of us, myself included, can't even push this kit to anywhere near its potential. I'm using it with a 1080 Ti. People with 2080 Ti's are still struggling to hit their top-end frame rates they were going for, and now the 3080 and 3090s are out. Very few people have them, but the people who have still failed to maximize the capabilities of the Index. So while some people may think that's a downside, that's a good side. That's a device, that's a headset that is far ahead of where the PC to run it actually sits. And that's what you want. That you can't get better future proofing than the fact that even the best technology won't maximize the capability of your device. So that's good. And anyways, there's just a lot of room to grow. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm still enthusiastic about it, still recommend it. And so if you're wanting value, consider it. But the lens criticism is real, and that could be something that, at least at a first glance, first impression, could actually be look better and be better on the Quest 2. But many other factors are going to come into account while actually playing games, and I believe the Index is still going to be the winner when it's all said and done. And finally, my conversations on these, very little has to do with which picture is prettier in a game. It has more to do with virtual reality, which isn't which pictures prettier, but which experience is more immersive and higher quality overall. And that is where the index wins hands down. And not only does the index win hands down, it's not winning because Valve designed a better product than Oculus. It's winning because Valve actually wanted to develop that product. Oculus developed a product to be cheap. Oculus actually made decisions on compromises to achieve cheap. It wasn't accidental, it wasn't incidental, it isn't a shortcoming. The Quest 2 versus Index, when the differences are pointed out and the criticisms of the Quest 2 are pointed out, just about all of the differences are by design on Oculus' part. They are not simply comparing two best efforts. So that's another driver of these conversations, is the fact that it's important to know what you're getting and to know what's going to work for you. And the reason why it's hard for people to know is because by design, a product was created to try to appear to be everything for everyone, while actually not actually costing what it would cost to truly be everything for everyone, if that makes sense. So yes, there is a short side or downside to the index, but no, it doesn't change the equation, and it doesn't diminish the quality. This is still by far an upgrade over the original Rift, and by far an upgrade over anything that's not comfortable to wear for an extended period of time. So as I make these videos, I'm wearing my headset, and I'm not thinking about my headset because it's not causing me any discomfort whatsoever. If I think about it, then I can become aware of the fact that it applies just a slight pressure on both sides of my eyes, a little bit to the either side of the bridge of my nose, and I can feel a weight, and that's it. But I have to try to focus on that to even sense that. And so basically it means I'm wearing a headset, but none of that is uncomfortable at all. And that's very important. That, compared to not having that, is a value that's hard to put a price on. And so I can be enthusiastic about VR because I can enjoy it. It's not trying to enjoy it more than it hurts. I just enjoy it. And I cannot stress enough that that's very valuable. So anyways, Digital Sticks, starting to ramble, of course. That's me. That's the way I do it. You'll see these comments. I'm long-winded, but I just try to get the facts out. I like to do. That's just me. I know people see it as weird. I know some people act like I'm trying to be better than somebody else, and it's just, I'm not a drama guy. I'm just a rambly overthinker, and so I'm a good guy. I'm a nice guy, and I found something that's great. I like to help people find it. By the way, if you're looking for a good flashlight, you can't beat a 3-cell LED maglite. So there you go. It's not just VR technology. There are different things that also have value worth letting people know about. But I don't know, maybe one day a video on a flashlight. Probably not. All right, thanks for watching. If you enjoy just good conversations and discussions, if you really also enjoy VR, or you're wanting VR and you do like the fact that, hey, there's a place where it's hashed out so you're not having to guess, but you can get an idea of what long-term users feel about what they've actually bought, then I'd like to hopefully be the channel that can help you feel good about the perspectives you've gained there. So again, thanks for watching, and I need to wrap this up at some point, so I'll do it now. Have a good day.